Hi, boys and girls. Mr. Rupa here. Today in Foundations, we are going to continue our new unit on multi-syllable words. So, before we get started, if you have a whiteboard and a dry erase marker, please make sure that you have that for this lesson. If you don't, go ahead and pause the video, go grab a dry erase board and a dry erase marker, and then click play again to continue the lesson. All right, so last Friday, we introduced our new unit in Foundations, which is about multi-syllable words. Multi-syllable words are words that have more than one syllable. Remember, a syllable is a form of breath. When we say a word that has different syllables, there's different breaths that we take when we do those syllables. Now, a strategy to spell multi-syllable words is to break them apart by syllables. Instead of tapping out all the sounds of the word, we can break it apart by syllable, and that will help us to spell harder words or more difficult words. I'm going to start with a word. The word is mascot. Mascot. Go ahead and repeat that. All right, so what I'm going to do is on my whiteboard, I'm going to go ahead and draw two lines. Okay, and those two lines are going to represent my syllables in that word. So mascot, I give off two breaths, and that means that I have two syllables in that word. So the word mascot, if I wanted to spell it, I'm going to go ahead and spell it by syllables. So my first syllable would be mass and then cot. Mass, cot. Instead of tapping out all the sounds, ask, ot. If that is becoming a little too easy for you and you think that you can be able to spell the word by breaking it up by the syllable, then that would be a good strategy for you. So let's look at the word mascot. Let's try to spell it. So we have mascot. So the first syllable I'm going to write on this line, mass, and then cot. Mascot, mascot. So if I put them together, it spells my word mascot. All right, let's go ahead and erase that. And let's work on another word. The next word is habit. Habit. Listen to how many breaths you take when you say the word habit. Have it. Go ahead and draw your two lines on your dry erase board to represent each syllable in that word. Have it. Have it. That means that this word has two syllables. Let's go ahead and spell out our syllables so that we can make our word. Have it. Have it. Habit. Now, one of the important things to remember when we're breaking up words by syllables, it's important that we don't break them apart where there's a vowel by itself not following a consonant. There always needs to be a consonant that's following that vowel so that that vowel keeps that short sound if it is a short sound vowel. So for instance, if I instead wrote ha and bit, that would be wrong because we need to make sure that our vowel is followed by a consonant here and it's not by itself, because if it is, then it becomes a long vowel. and it would be habit. And that is not the correct word. It's habit. So we need to make sure that when we break up our word, we make sure that our vowels have a consonant right next to them. And then that would make them closed. Have it. So when I put those two together, it spells the word habit. All right, let's go ahead and erase that one. And let's try another multisyllable word. Okay. The next word is polish. Polish. If I need to polish my shoes to make them shiny. Polish. Go ahead and repeat that word. Now, think about how many syllables are in that word. How can you break up that word? Pal-ish. Pal-ish. Go ahead and draw those lines. This means that it has 2 syllables. And now we're going to go ahead and practice writing each syllable on the line. So again, we're breaking up that word. And instead of tapping out all the sounds, we can just practice writing each syllable separately. All right, so the first syllable was pal, all, and the next sound is ish. Pal-ish, polish. All right, so again, this word is 2 syllables, pal-ish. The reason why we don't put that L over here, if I were to take that L away, now that vowel doesn't have a consonant behind it. So now he becomes a long sound like po. Then it would be Polish. The word is polish. So we need to make sure that when we break it up by syllables, that those vowels have that consonant at the end. Same thing here. Here's our vowel I, and it has that SH at the end. So it makes it short-ish. Pal-ish. All right, go ahead and erase that. Let's do another word. Let's do the word napkin. Napkin. Go ahead and repeat that. Think about how many sounds, how many syllables can you break that word up? Let's see. Napkin. 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 So how many syllables does this word have? 2. Very good. All right, now let's go ahead and spell out our word on each line, our syllables. So our first syllable is nap. Go ahead and spell the word nap. And now this one, go ahead and spell kin. Remember that k sound and the rule. Now look here. This is the K. We are using the K for this k sound because remember, we use K as long as it's followed by an I, an E, or a Y. And because this one has an I in it, I know that it can't be a C. And I know that it definitely can't be a CK because we only see CK at the end of a word. And this is not the end of the word. So it has to be a K. So we have nap, kin. Nap, kin. When we put it together, we spell napkin. All right, go ahead and erase your board. All right, here's your next word. This one you're going to try on your own. So listen to the word, then repeat it to yourself, and listen to see how many syllables. Draw those lines down. And once you've drawn your syllable lines down, then you're going to spell your syllables on each line. Here's your next word. Complex. 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 Repeat it. Write down your syllable lines. And then go ahead and spell each syllable line. All right, so when you say the word complex, you should have put 2 lines because it has 2 syllables. The first syllable is com. The next syllable is plex. Here we go. Let's spell the first syllable, com. You should have put C-O-M, com. And the next syllable is plex. P-L-E-X, plex. So again, this word has 2 syllables. If you put them together, they make the word complex. Remember, we need to make sure that our vowels have a consonant right after it. So we couldn't break it apart by doing it like this. This would be coplex, coplex. So instead we need to make sure that we have a consonant following that vowel so that it is a closed syllable and it's a short sound. Same thing here with our E. It has a consonant at the end, so I know that it makes that short sound. Complex. All right, go ahead and erase your board. And we'll do one more. All right, your last word is index. Index. You can find an index in a nonfiction book. Index. Index. Go ahead and write your syllable lines. Then spell out your syllables on each line. And then put them together to make the word. So when I say that word index, I'm making those 2 breaths. Index. So the first syllable is in. So I'm going to spell in. And then the second one is dex. Index. I'm going to check to make sure that my vowels are followed by a consonant. My I is followed by the N. My E is followed by the X. Index. When I put it together, it makes the word index. So again, this word is a 2-syllable word. Great job, boys and girls. Go ahead and erase your board. Make sure you put your dry erase board and marker away. And now you can go ahead and complete the Storytime Seesaw activity. See you later.